Welcome, everybody, to the Power 30 for Directors and Above. Today is October 8th, and I'm so delighted to have all of you. Jens and I both are. We are Cindy and Jens Brentison, Senior Presidential Directors in St. Augustine, Florida. And we are going to have a few guests popping in today, possibly. We've invited a few extra, and I know that some of you have too. So we're just excited to be with you all, and we're going to be going through some slides and popping them up and down so we can have some discussion. So as you know, today's theme is going to be Saturday's training and the next steps that we take after that. And I want to give a shout out of congratulations to this has been a really big week for three-way calls. And I'm telling you, you guys are pushing me to the edge. Oh, Jess and I are like, woo, another one, another one. It has been a blast, and we're so honored and excited for everything that is happening right now. There is some real massive fire going on, and we're loving it. So thank you, and just excited to see where we're headed from here. All right. I want to ask, last week we talked about getting out of your house. Did anybody make a point of getting out of their house this week and seeing a massive difference?
Yes, definitely. I spent a lot more time, especially socializing,
Yep.
you know, making myself available while I was out.
Yeah. And you know what I love about this? This is a lifestyle, right? And I know that Joy and Arthur they've done this for a long time. I mean, Joy and Robert, sorry, I always want to call you Arthur, Robert. But I know you all have been in the networking world for a while, but this is a lifestyle. And when you're out and about and you're showing your own lifestyle and the fun you're having, just like we've experienced of being in a restaurant and somebody coming up and going, I don't know what in the world you're on, but we need to know about it. There is a difference. And it's not like you're sitting in your house on the phone, and maybe feeling a little desperation. So it's really important that we get out and we do life. So I want to commend you all for that. So anybody else make a point of getting out and you saw a big difference?
I did. They had a little festival that was right around the corner here. And I went over there and with my grandson. So we made it really fun. And what happened was I met a couple of people. One had already been patched, which what really made me motivated. And then another lady she was making little crochet things and selling them. And I have an appointment with her tomorrow. And then I called up one of my downline, and we have a networking event on Friday, and then we are going to join a new gym together tomorrow. So
That's,
yes, I got
Nice.
out of the house.
that's
And
awesome.
we got a possible PA.
That is awesome. Wow. One of our team, you all have met Louis Petrossi. He actually got out of the house. He went to Italy. And this he's sending me an enrollment form and says, as soon as you get this one done, she's got one to put in. I'm like, all righty then. I mean, it's amazing. Okay. I'm going to ask y'all to do something because this week, by the way, Jens just came in. He doesn't even know really what's going on today. He was doing some work somewhere, and I said, come on in. He's wet. But I've talked with a lot of people this week, and I don't know what it is, but I really believe that what's going on right now is this is our season, right, to crush it. But it's also when a lot of things start stirring up because people are concerned about the holidays and their finances and whatever. So I'm going to ask you right now, whether you want to close your eyes or not, is all right. But I'm going to speak something over you because I was praying this over us and our family this week, and I want you to know this is where we're going to start ground floor this morning as we move into Saturday's training. So here you go. This is for all of you, your family, and all that you touch. Lord, Lord, this is the Lord talking to you. Bring me your tender heart, willing to be changed in a moment as you gaze into my twinkling eyes of love. That's how he sees you. It's all love. I am
Mhm.
God, the God who can be trusted. And when you risk it all to believe that I can work through you, you are stepping into agreement with heaven. The only way to release my glory through you is to move in the ways of faith. You must not only know that what I say is true, all his word is truth, but also be courageous and reach out so that I can reach through you. Then I will open your mouth and you will speak my words. He will give them to you. You will touch the sick and release my healing, even with a patch. You will walk into the darkness and fill it with light, his light. The light that the patch is using is the light of the world. I love doing miracles through my children. The responsibility to make things happen is not yours. It is mine, says the Lord. I simply need you to release what's already inside of you. When He lives inside of us, we've already talked. The power that raised Jesus from the dead is the power that lives inside of you, and that's what will be released. Freely you have received the power of the kingdom, and so freely release it to others. That came from Matthew 8b. And 10:8b. And I just want to say, if any of you are just like feeling overwhelmed with life, or maybe I should say, is there anybody who's not? But if you are, just meditate on those words, because there's so much that we carry sometimes that isn't, we don't have to carry it. So
Right.
let's get freed up and let's get out there and let's do what it is He's given us to do. We're so privileged and so honored we get to do this. This is all recorded, so you'll be able to pull this up in a little bit. If you want, I'll be posting it. But Saturday's training, I hope everybody saw it. It was off the charts. It was a little different. So, most of the time, did I record?
I believe.
Yes, you did.
Oh, good. It's been a busy morning. Most of the time, we're talking about, hey, if we're going to send something to somebody, we're going to actually send them, that this is it info, or maybe we're sending them to a Zoom. The problem we've all been running into, people are super busy right now as we're going into that season, the great season for us, but a lot of people are struggling with busyness and they don't get to the info site. They don't get to watch a Zoom that might be 30 or 60 minutes or get on it live. And so when I watched Saturday, I thought this is really a lot of what we've been trying to do. And I loved it. And when Teresa and John Getz said 95% enrollment, I know that those of you that have been working with us to like do little clips, get us on a call, we've seen a much better result from the touches. And so I personally loved it. I loved it. And we've been experimenting with her and John's stuff all week. And I feel like I'm seeing some massive results. So the prospecting script I put on Telegram, hey, Bob, I'm so excited I got a hold of you. Jens and I have our hands on something so big, super big, whatever, however you want to say it. I don't know what you know about stem cells, but we just discovered the biggest breakthrough in medical history in the field of regenerative medicine that we've ever seen. You and your wife need to hear this. And, we're so busy, but we want to take 30 minutes to visit with you. What would the best time be for the two of you? Tonight at 7 or tomorrow night at 8? That is the intro. It's not taking a lot of time. It's coming on board with a call with them. It's a call. It's in person or it's via telephone. And you're literally letting them hear the excitement in your voice. This is not a text message. Those don't work, right? You're wanting to touch them. You're wanting them to hear the excitement, the passion, and listen, I want to connect with you and your wife. We want both on because if we only get the wife or the husband, they've got to talk to the other one. Lila and I ran into that yesterday. I got to go over it with my spouse. That happens. It's natural. But we want to break through that and reduce the amount of follow-up. The other thing is when we say tonight at 7 or tomorrow at 8, you're going to hear a little bit about what their schedule is and you'll pick some things that work for both of you. We're creating that sense of urgency. I'm regurgitating what was on Saturday because it's worth $1 million+ bucks. So you're creating the urgency. Your time is short. You're not going to schedule a week out. Hey, does this work or does this work? Well, by 8, we're getting the kids in bed, but we could probably do 6. 6, we'll do 6. Okay, that works for me. Or you're going to let them know what does work for you. And then the next step is that you're connecting with your upline. So there's been a lot of discussion this week. Do we go ahead and create our own video, or do we use your video, Cindy and Jen's? Or do we use Steve and Gina's video? I like the continuity of the upline closest to you being the video that you use, because she mentioned, when someone sent a video of someone else, it happened to be a cross line. So she was using that example too. But I like the continuity because when they've watched what we recorded and you've shared and we jump on, I know without a shadow of a doubt what we said. And now I get to tune into her and not trying to grasp at straws of what's going on. So we made that 16-minute. It's on Telegram, and we're wanting to make ourselves available. But example, Lynn, you're a senior director. If you wanted to use our video instead of doing your own, you could. And then with some of your downline, I'm just trying to give some word pictures here. And you're coming back going, yes, that's my sponsor. Or we end up on, and I'm like, yes, we're so glad to meet you. We are Cindy and Jens Brennison when we get on that 3-way call. I love this. It's short, it's sweet. She made the comment that I'm not somebody who's going to get on and talk a while. I'm not going to go all about the weather and all this. I am her. I am going to not abuse their time. I'm right on it. This is what I've called for. I've got a sense of urgency. You are my friend. I want you to know about something, but I want you and your husband both on. So we're getting it, like we're nailing it. That's what we're doing. We're nailing it. And then thank you to Lila. I transcribed this. Lila, thank you so much. And some of y'all call her Layla, Lila, Layla. I call her Lila. That's my love.
Lila.
Yeah. But she transcribed for me the next part. So Lila, take it away.
Yeah, so once you have decided, well, I mean, usually what I did the other day with my friend is, it actually was someone that said they couldn't make the call on Monday night. And so I just scheduled an appointment for the next day to talk to them. And Cindy happened to be available for that. But right now, what I'm doing when I'm contacting people and trying to schedule them, I'm asking Cindy, what days and times are you available so that I know which times I can possibly choose for her to get on a call with me. So once I lock somebody in, I'm going to text Cindy and let her know, I have a 10 o'clock appointment tomorrow. I'll call you at 10:20. So I give her a little bit of information about the person, but I usually will resend that again right before the call because I know that our text feeds can get super long.
Yeah.
So at the time of
Right
appointment,
before, I'm going to interject just a couple. If I get a couple sentences right before, or Jen's, whoever's jumping on the call, we're usually together. That's great because now I'm like, I know what we're talking about.
Right.
Just those 2 sentences make all the difference in the world.
yeah. And so then obviously I'm going to call them at the time of the appointment. And I already have the video ready to go. So I'm going to say, hey, listen, I'm going to send you a quick 16-minute video that we're going to watch together on the phone. It's very important that you hear the information. So I'm going to be quiet and let you watch it. There's a little script here you can follow. I actually got that from Teresa. And then at the end, I'll answer any questions, okay? My friend had no problem with me doing that at all. She was like, okay, cool, pulled it up, listening to it. Then a couple minutes before the video ends, you want to loop Cindy in. So one of the things that what I love that Teresa said is if you ask, first of all, you never ask to do anything because you'll get the answer no if they don't want to do it, and you don't want to even have that option. So she was great. She said, "I don't ask them to do a three-way call. I just loop my upline in right before the
Right.
video's over, and I have her on the phone and I merge the call." So when the video ends, you just say, "Listen, I am so excited. You've got to be super excited too. The first time I saw this, it just blew me away. This information is just incredible. We just don't know what we don't know." And guess what? I've got my good friend and business partner, Cindy, on the phone, and she's so excited to meet you because I told her about you. And she is here just to answer all your questions. Cindy, are you there? So you just keep it like it just flowed, and like, especially because my friend had a thing, she just had neck surgery. So I kind of looped that in to make her feel, comfortable. Oh, wow, this person knows something about the neck surgery. So then it totally flowed. And then what I did is I edified my friend real quick to Cindy and then edified Cindy to my friend, and Cindy took over. So, and then I just sat quiet. And that's basically what Teresa invited us to do.
And what was so cool about this when I jumped on is that you all know Steve and Gina Merritt, right? And Steve just had neck surgery. So I was able to really, just kind of like when you have that little bit of knowledge, I was able to just go, oh my gosh, my brother-in-law, who you'll meet, we're so excited for you to meet them too. They're an amazing couple. He just had neck surgery. So I know you've been through a lot.
So
So,
I try to find some kind of a common ground so that Cindy can build rapport right away.
yep,
Now,
absolutely.
did you do the video? How did you do that? Did you do it on a three-way call? Did you do
Yeah.
it on a Zoom?
So literally, no, we did a three-way call.
Text it.
What I did is I texted her the video right as I was calling her, and I said, "I just sent you this video. Pull it up and watch it, and it's going to give you a complete overview of what the patch is, the business, and everything."
So
And
she's watching, excuse me,
she's watching it, and I'm
on
sitting
her
there. I
phone.
can hear her watching it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And when I jumped on, I could hear as the recording was finalizing. So then,
Right.
so I just she texted me as it was finishing up. I already had heads up, going to be around 11, just like we got, I think tonight's 20, and so I had it in my calendar. She texts me, says, "Hey, I started the video. Great. That was perfect. And a little bit about this person, 2 sentences. I don't need much. Just something that I can grab hold of
Right.
to build that mini fast relationship. Because remember, this is relationship marketing. The most
Mhm.
important thing we can do right now is grab hold. And it was interesting because yesterday we had a couple of people. Dr. Jamie had one, and she's like all over it. Give me it. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Who's running with me? I mean, it was like so exciting. Like she was so ready to like hear more, watch the video and tear it up. And then the next one was like, yeah, I need to talk with my husband. So we got her during the day instead of the two of them at night, which, those are the things we want to do is make sure we get both of them. But this gal didn't have, that was when she was available. So we took it and now she's like, she went from, well, we've got all this going on. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do right now. And I'm like, with all that going on, that's the reason why you need this product and talk to her about the position. You
Mhm.
selling them, but we're also helping them understand the value of the position today while you use the product. And now when the house is built and the house is sold and the 3 kids are calmed down, you do what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So if nothing else, we're using this absolutely amazing, incredible technology. The rest will take care of it. It did for so many of us.
The
And
little song
after, and
put
Lila,
it in
thank
the
you, did
fridge.
an amazing job transcribing it and just now explaining too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lila.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So
Cindy, you did a 15-minute phone call. I was going to the hairdressers and you did a 15-minute phone call for me in the morning. We were both, you and I are in the car, and then just to meet this lady, and that made all the difference in the world.
yeah. And what happened, Lynn? Let's go ahead and talk about that for a minute. So what happened was she was like, I got to use it. I got to use it. I got to use it. You know, some people just got to have that mindset. That was me until I stayed up all night reading about it and enrolled and didn't have a patch. And then we went and sponsored 5 people in 4 days and went manager and earned $3,000, whatever we earned, 5 packages with a lot of premiums and paid for our package and beyond. So you just don't know. And so what happened, Lynn, is we talked. What did she do? She said, I think I need to watch a Zoom, right?
Right.
I think
Yeah.
I'll plug into the Zoom. Well, you know what? That was gold because if
Yeah.
she plugs into a Zoom and she sees a testimony of health or wealth or sees the excitement, she's going to get a passion's going to come up out inside of her. It's going to bubble up.
And it was from somebody other than me that said it. That was the key.
And I said the exact same thing that you had already said to this person you just met. Same thing. You
Yep.
know? And I love it because people go, you know, it happens all the time. It's like, I might have said something to somebody and then Gina's standing there and I, you know, my sister, and I'll say, you know, well, tell her what you think. And she'll say it. And I'll go, gosh, she said it verbatim, exactly what I said. That's crazy. And the lady will look at me and go, did you hear what she said? That was amazing. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, Patty and I just had that experience. I called this guy for her, and she had told him everything. And when I talked to him, he acted like he'd never heard of anything. It was amazing.
A senior day, maybe, you know.
I know.
Well, and what we're trying to do is build that relationship. So when Teresa said on Saturday, you know, she's saying, well, tell me more about that. We're not trying to create a conversation that goes on for 2 hours. Not at all. Remember, we want to be duplicatable. So what we're doing is allowing them to feel a part of building the relationship with us. They don't know us, right? They may not know you or us. And we're allowing them that opportunity to kind of feel, wow, this is a good community. This I might want to be friends with these people. Maybe I want to do life with them, you know, because we're going to start telling them about trips and we're hoping they're going, man, I want to go on a trip with those people. I want to go on that free trip because they look like they're fun. So we're getting their questions answered. We're having to ask a few questions to see, is there question over the technology? Is there question over the patch? Did they misunderstand? And their question is over where those stem cells come from that are in the patch going into my body. And we're trying to help them. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you brought that up. No, there are no stem cells. You know, we don't know what they're hearing and thinking. And, you know, some people are quicker, some people are slower. And just giving them the opportunity to ask and come back with the answers. Yesterday, I know, like with you, Lila, I said a couple things and you popped something in because you had a better relationship. This was somebody you'd known for a while. So those things are so beneficial. The key is we're keeping it all short, simple. Remember when we're talking, it's almost like coated in love and kindness and excitement and passion. We're bulleting what they asked that they need to know. We don't need to give them something they don't need to know to make a decision. We're giving them what they need to know that is a solution to the problem they described to us. And as we talk a few minutes, now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of where are we really at? And that'll surface. And it might be, well, I'd really like to get the, you know, premium package, but right now we're in the middle of a lot of stuff. Come in where you're comfortable. You know, we're taking the pressure off. And sometimes they misunderstand, like we had this happen on a call yesterday. I said, now these are only enrollment packages and you're going to get a monthly subscription order that fits you best. I explained it to them. And I said, but again, these are only your enrollment package. And I got off the call so that the person on there could take the information on the enrollment form. I had to go to we were going to a presentation, and she said, but I don't know if I can afford the premium every month. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad you brought that up because as Cindy mentioned, the premium is just an enrollment form. So we're getting the questions answered, clarifying the things, what might it be that, if they say, I don't know if right now is the right time, well, tell me about that. Have the application ready to take their information and get them enrolled now. Let's not leave them linger and get lost in the minutia of life and never get in or try to do it on their own and you lose them. Be
Yeah,
ready.
I want to add to that real quick. That happened to me the other day. We did that call with Michael Scholl, and then like I kind of gave him like I asked him, "Do you want me to just take your information or should I send the form to you?" That was a mistake. Because he was looking at the advanced at the moment, and he probably would have given me the information had I just given him that option. But because I gave him an out, he's like, yeah, I want to go, I want to enjoy the rest of my day and I'll send you the form back. And then he was like, that's when he really started to think about the money. And he just said, I'm not really comfortable
Yeah.
spending that kind of money right now because of this, and this.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I gave him an out though.
You did. And I love that you brought that out because we're like the sense of urgency continues all the way through, not about just getting their product introduction bonus to us. No, it's about we know what they don't know. That's what was read in the beginning there. We know things they don't know about the value of that position, the value of getting started strong. Even Dr. Jamie and I were talking yesterday, or I brought up yesterday on that call, was that if we don't go over the package and make sure we clarify it, sometimes they come in on core and that afternoon they want to upgrade to advanced. So you want to make sure they're not paying the double shipping. And so we're asking, how do you see yourself getting started? We're not like going, hey, do you think this is for you? No, how do you see yourself getting started? And assuming they are, before you get off the phone, we're already leading into 3 and 4 names. One of them yesterday couldn't do that with. She was just kept saying, I need to use it. I need to use it. So we let her be where she was, but also I shared my story. We shared some other things. Lynn, I've heard you say this when you were doing the Monday night training. You and Guy use this. I heard Teresa bring it up Saturday. You are in the perfect storm. Oh my gosh. Every single minute and every single day, I'm more convinced than ever we have the perfect product. We have the perfect comp plan. We have the perfect company. Slam dunk, we have the perfect team. And it is the perfect timing because everybody in the world is starving for hope, health, financial, community, free travel, security, debt free, whatever it is, they are starving for it. And so we've got it. And just like we were in a department or little boutique the other day, and this lady in the back of the shop heard me talking to the gal at the register. And she's like, I don't mean to be rude, but would it be okay if I jump in on this conversation? I'm like, of course, you're more than welcome. I can't wait to meet you. And long story short, 10 minutes later, we had her enrollment form filled out and loaned her a sleeve of patches. She was the one that was ready, not the cashier. Cashier acted interested, but then she really wasn't. So God had set us up and that other gal who had just had some open heart surgery. Guys and gals, I need you to know this Bahama cruise is within your grasp. If you haven't gotten the points yet, you can do this. Each one of us can. October 19th is our deadline. That night at midnight, run until the clock hits 12:01 and then celebrate where you are because you can celebrate at 12:01 when it becomes the 20th. That's when you slow down. That's when you celebrate. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Jen didn't get to say anything
No.
today. That doubled your points, double your chances.
It's actually 12:01 Mountain Time, I believe. So
Yes, that's right.
you actually got 3 hours of grace there,
He's right.
or 2 hours, whatever it is.
Look at this. They just have given us double. Core from 2 went to 4. Advanced from 4 went to 8. Premium went from 8 to 16, and a customer goes from 1 to 2. This is 6 through the 19th. This, by the way, I don't think the site's working today because I've been trying to put some people in today and I can't get in my site for a couple hours. So it must be getting ready to come back up. I think we're overloading it with enrollments. But do not have a doubt in your mind. I loved what Andy and Mandy did. They did a little clip. I posted it on our Telegram page that you could go find it in Facebook. It's incredible because they're showing you how you enroll on the 18th with a premium package. Now you go tell 5 people, what did package you get? I want what you got. I got the premium. Okay, 5 come in on premium and you've got 80 points plus product introduction bonus that equals around $2,000. This is a no-brainer, but it's such a gift. This is a gift. So if you have had any concerns and doubts, take it out of your mind. Go back to some of the last few weeks training about where our mindset is, because remember we said, if you can't see it, you can't achieve it. Y'all, we got to see it to achieve it. And if you don't feel like you can see it right now, hang on to our shirt tails. We see it, we taste it, we understand it, we're living it. It is not too late for you. And get your Bahama Cruise tracker, keep it up to date. Remember, there's so many ways you're getting points. And I want to just hit on real quick, Anaheim, California. If you are going to Anaheim, let me know. If you're not going to Anaheim, then you want to be on, and if you're there, you want to be in person. Otherwise, you're going to get on the free 1 million stars Sunday from 8:30 to 3:30. Remember, that is California time, and you want to be on that training because they're gonna hit on the things you need to know that are gonna set your feet firmly on the ground, because we come out of convention, we're like we drank out of a fire hydrant, we're gushing with all this information, and we've got to come out with our blinders on, all about X39 and what we've got and how we're going to take it to the people. And it's going to be the same thing we're doing now with a couple little tweaks. And that's what Sunday's going to be about, bringing us back to, okay, let's get on ground floor so we can blast off today. And then all in January 9th and 10th,
Cindy,
Las Vegas.
the 1 million stars, do we
Yeah.
need to sign up for that, even the online?
I don't think we do. That's a great question, but I thought we could just log on. Let me double check that.
Okay.
I thought that we just got on like a Zoom.
Okay.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Thank you. All in, if there's anybody that wants to go in person, we still have seats. And I know that Vegas costs a little bit more, but some of you that were with us last year, Lynn, was it not worth every single penny you spent to be there?
Yes. Gina and Steve pulled out all the stops,
Everything.
and it was a very first class operation from the minute I got there. Yeah. And I went by myself. I mean, I had a team that went there also, but I mean, he couldn't go with me. So I traveled by myself, and it was certainly worth it.
Yep. So if that's something you've been considering, give it a little more thought. And Orlando, Unstoppable. I love our title. I know where it came from, but Orlando 7th through 9th, already be getting that on your calendar. Get your tickets while they're discounted. This is at convention.com. Our book of the month, this is where Unstoppable came from. Book of the month is I Am the Vision. This is a friend of Ted Shuttlesworth Jr., who wrote last month's book, Further Faster, which was incredible. Oh my gosh. And this I Am the Vision is so powerful. Vision can make you unstoppable. And that is exactly where every single one of us want to be, because there is a world out there waiting to hear from us. And I want to remind you, I want you all to start getting the testimonies. Have your people text me. If you don't know my number, let me know, but text me or Jen's, because we are calling in all testimonies, physical, emotional, mental, financial. I want a plethora of them to start bringing on some Zooms. We're needing them also on the This Is It team Zooms. And so I'm just asking you, please get anybody connected to us, because there's no way I can know all 10,000 on our team. I need you, our hands and feet, to bring them to us. And so I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today, and God bless each and every one of you. We can't wait to see you Monday night.